Hey, what is up, guys? It's Ujard. Today we are going to be talking about all the kill changes that are going to be happening, not only on tomorrow's patch, which might be today for you, depending on when you're watching this video, but also in 2 weeks from now because of all the item changes. I didn't want to really make a video on the kill changes till they updated the item changes on the on Twitter, and they are already all here. So I'm gonna be talking about everything that affects Kayle. I actually made some item sets and everything. So yeah, let's go. Um, let's start with the kill changes. The kill changes are gonna hit the live servers on tomorrow's patch, while the rest of the changes are gonna be hitting the live servers on 2 weeks. So bear that in mind. Tomorrow, only the kill changes are gonna be live, and afterwards it's going to be everything else. What I think about the item changes is that it's going to be a big buff for Kayle, and I also think the kill changes are going to be a buff for Kayle. So yeah, let's start with the kill changes. E on hit AP ratio is going to be down by 5%. It's a decent-ish nerf, but it's not the end of the world. Passive wave damage up like 5 by like 5 every level. Doesn't really do that much. This means that she's going to be doing a little bit less damage on a single target, but more AoE damage. Unless you're AD, then it's just always more AoE damage. Cast time for ultimate is going to be going down by 1 second. This means that you can get about 1 to 2.5, depending on how much attack speed you have, 1 to 2.5 more hits in your ult than before, which is super strong. This is going to be very strong for Kayle. This actually might push her to like a 52% win rate, or even higher actually. So yeah, AoE delay, it's gone up by 1 second. So right now it's going to be a little bit harder for you to hit your ultimate. Not really though, because the AoE radius is going to be going up by like 150 level 1, and then 250, if my math isn't incorrect, level 16, which is massive. So yeah, you might miss some people because of the delay, but you might catch even more people because of the radius. The invulnerability duration is going to be 2.5 seconds flat, which is a buff for early game, which is amazing. It's a nerf level 16, but it doesn't really matter. The damage is going to go down late game, and the AP ratio is going to go down. So what this... Also, before I talk about these changes, Kayle no longer lowers her range when casting ult on herself. I'm going to be honest, I didn't know this happened to her. But yeah, nice to know that's no longer the case. But yeah, what do these changes mean? She's going to be doing less burst damage. Ultimate does less damage, and the AP ratio. So less burst damage, but you're going to have more attacks. You're going to be able to auto-attack more. So what does that mean? That means that Burst Kayle is getting a nerf. Not really. I even think Burst Kayle is getting a buff from this. But on hit kill is getting even more of a buff. So on hit builds are going to get a lot better on Kayle. And I think burst builds are still going to be better. Like having 1 to 2.5 more hits on Kayle is super strong. Super strong. Yeah, she loses like 100 plus whatever AP she has on damage late game. But you can just compensate with one more auto attack. It's just so much damage. Like one auto attack late game does like what, 400 HP or something like that. So it's just so much damage. She's gonna be a lot stronger. A lot stronger. The change I was most worried about was that they were gonna nerf her base attack speed, and they did not do it. So this means that she's gonna be super strong. I do not see... I've seen some people think this is a nerf. This is not a nerf whatsoever. She's going to be super strong with this. And then the ADC item. So bear in mind, again, most likely on hit is going to be a lot better on kill. Right now on hit isn't really used. Meta on kill is like burst builds. That might still be the case. We might still just continue to use burst builds, but just know that on-hit builds are going to get a lot better, okay? ADC items. So, GUINSOO'S. This is the most important change for Kayle on the ADC items. We're going to get GUINSOO'S back. GUINSOO'S, ever since 10.23, since they changed it to like this crit on-hit thingy, was not really good. Like, everyone dropped the item, and now it's going to be very close to what it was before. I think it's a little bit worse, but still, even though it's worse, it still fits Kayle's identity so much that I think we're probably gonna be gravitating towards this item. Compared to 10.22 GUINSOO'S Rage Blade, this is 100 gold more 100 gold more expensive. It has 5 more AD, 5 more AP, same attack speed. It does 15 more on hit, which is a lot. 15 on hit is super strong. It has the same passive, but before it had another passive, which was you have 50% armor pen and 15% magic pen. Now it's on the mythic passive, which means that as a second item, it's gonna be a lot worse. Not really, because you have the 15 magic on hit, but still, it's gonna be a lot worse. It's gonna be better as the third item. Well, once you get your third item, which might be a legendary item, because it's a little bit closer to what it was before. But don't underestimate 30 on hit damage. Well, 15 more on hit damage. That's a lot. Even though it's 100 more expensive, it also has these stats, right? So yeah, compared to before, it's going to be a little bit better against squishies and a little bit worse. Well, a little bit worse against tanks. Especially early game. Especially if you get it as a second item. It's going to be a little bit worse, right? But this item is super good for kill. And the armor pen and magic pen for kill is super strong. Especially against tanks, which we all know that tanks is the class that counters Kayle. So yeah, we might be able to melt them down with this item super quickly. So yeah, we're going to be testing out a lot of builds with Rage Blade. And this might be the best item for her. Gale Force, I think, got a huge buff. It got 5 less AD, 10 less attack speed, now 7% move speed. And the mythic passive no longer gives move speed, but 5 AD, right? This is like net neutral, in my opinion. Yeah, you lose 5% AD and attack speed, but you get 7 move speed for free. That's a lot. Move speed is a super good stat. People underestimate how good move speed is. And then you get like AD from the mythic passive, right? But you do so much more damage. It's now physical damage, which is not great, but it's so much more damage compared to before. It no longer scales with AD, but it now scales with crit. Now, since it does scale with crit, I'm not sure how this is going to work with GUINSOO'S. So I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to use it, since GUINSOO'S transforms crit into one hit. So this might not be great with GUINSOO'S. Oh no, wait, what am I saying? This is still a mythic, so yeah. If we're going to be using Gale Force, we can't use GUINSOO'S with Gale Force. But yeah. Execute is going to go up, and cooldown is going to go down by 290 seconds, which is a lot. So we might use this item. I don't think we will, because GUINSOO'S is going to be such a better item that, yeah, I don't think we will be using this item. Infinity Edge, same deal. I don't think we'll be using Infinity Edge anymore, since it's now a mythic. Navori Quick Blades, again, it's now a mythic. I don't think these items compare to GUINSOO'S, so yeah, I don't think we'll be using any of these items anymore. Maybe Gale Force if we find like a super good build of it, or if the Gale Force is just very broken with these changes. But yeah, Static Shift, I'm not going to comment that much about this. If you don't know what Static Shift does, if you're new to the game, it was basically an item that builds of it's like a crit item that has an AoE Shock Blast. So it gives you a little bit more wave clear on minions. That's about it. I'm not going to comment that much about this. I don't think we'll be using this on kill. Immortal Showboat is now legendary, and I do think it got nerfed a lot. we might be like I was thinking about this build where you could go Immortal Shield Bow into GUINSOO'S and then have like a ton of attack speed, a ton of AD, lifesteal, and then you just melt people with GUINSOO'S as a second item. But they removed the attack speed. It's 400 gold cheaper though. I don't think it's worth it. I think like they removed the attack speed. The shield is a lot lower. And yeah, I mean this is like net neutral. You have attack speed on the lifeline passive instead of AD, but I mean that doesn't really matter. I think this item got nerfed a lot. They might revisit this item and buff it. I'm not sure. But if they do, this item might be great on kill as like as a late game item. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure about this item right now. Kraken Slayer is a lot better. It's 400 gold cheaper, 25 less AD, which is a lot. 5 more attack speed, which is really good for kill. And the damage is now went from 50 plus 40% bonus AD to 20 plus 40% bonus AD plus 45 AP. So we might be able to build this on kill on top of building AP and GUINSOO'S and just melt people. Guys, this does not stack with GUINSOO'S. This is not on hit, this is on attack, so don't think that this is going to stack with GUINSOO'S. But yeah, and additional triggers on the same target within 6 seconds increase damage by 50%. So that is going to be a lot. By the way, I downloaded this from someone, this summary, but I think this is incorrect. Because if this increases by 50%, this goes to 90%, and this goes like, I mean, 45. This guy just plus 50% times 45%. So this guy just added, like doubled this. It's not increased by 100%. It's increased by, and this goes to 30. It's increased by 50%. So yeah, these are the real numbers, I think. Yeah, I think Kraken Slayer is going to be a great item, actually. Rapid Fire Cannon, it got changed. Less I don't think we'll be using this item. 500 more attack, more gold. And it nerfed the attack speed and it does like basically the same damage. I don't think we're going to be using this item anymore. Storm Racer got reworked. Now it doesn't slow, it gives you move speed. And it actually scales with AP now. So this, like, you can go full AP, have like 600 AP late game and just build this item. And this is going to be doing like 300 damage from the active, which is kind of funny. But I don't think we'll be using this item. Lord Doms. This change is massive. Giant Slayer now deals increased magic damage as well as physical damage. That is a massive change. Because if we do go for the GUINSOO'S route, instead of like, again, guys, we might still be just building, what's its face? Nashers into Riftmaker into Deathcap. That might still happen. Like, we might not use GUINSOO'S. But if we do, GUINSOO'S instead of Riftmaker means that we're going to be having a lot less HP on kill. And that means that the Giant Slayer passive is going to be doing so much more damage with GUINSOO'S. And that also means that our magic damage is going to be increased. So do not sleep on this item on kill. We might be just abusing this item with kill. Like this, doing hybrid, like increasing both sources of damage is super good on her. Bloodthirster. No longer gives a shield, but now gives you AD. There's one of those items that where you can't really tell if it's going to be broken unless it's on the game. And I don't play on the PB. I'm not sure this is on the PB right now. But this depends entirely on these numbers. This was actually a good item on AD Kayle, because the shield just gave you so much more survivability. But I don't think we're going to be building it anymore unless these numbers are really high. 40 AD is a lot, guys. Like 40 AD, especially with crit, this might mean that you're just going to be completely one-shotting people because of this. Maybe this item's broken. If this item's broken, it's going to be broken on a lot of champions, not just on kill. So it's going to get ultimately nerfed or buffed if it's just completely weak. But I don't think we're going to be building this item on kill that much unless it's broken. But yeah. Hurricane, super good change. Super good change for kill. Well, 200 more gold, 5 less attack speed, but now applies 30 magic damage on hit, and this works with Runans. This is so strong, guys. Don't underestimate how much 30 magic damage on hit is, especially with Runans, stacking double times. This is super, super good. And bolt damage, this is going to be a little bit increase for AD kill, which also benefits Runans because it does give AD. So don't sleep on this item. This item might be great on kill. Phantom Dancer got nerfed. I don't think we're going to be using Phantom Dancer anymore. We didn't really use the item that much on AD kill, and got 200 gold more expensive for 5 attack speed, so 5% attack speed. Recurve, though, super good change for kill. Super good change. 300 less gold, 10 less attack speed. That, on theory, is a nerf because 300 gold is worth 12% attack speed. Wait, that's a buff actually, because we're only losing 10 from the, yeah. It's like this is super good on of its own, but this is the really good change, guys. Damage change from physical damage to magic damage. One of the biggest issues with kill is that, especially top lane, people could have built tabbies into you, and even if you're going AP, you're just not doing damage until you go for the until you finish your Nashor's Tooth. This will change that because you're going to be doing magic damage on hit from the Recurve, which is 15 damage. So even if they go tabbies, they're going to be hitting for a lot. So yeah, super good change for kill. Zeal got gutted really hard. It lost 4% move speed. That is a lot. And 3% attack speed. Yeah, this will affect kill, AD kill if you just go for one of these items that has this until you finish the item. But yeah, Seal just got gutted for no reason, in my opinion. Trinity Force, I'm gonna add the bruiser items here. I'm gonna just go through them really fast. Because we do go against a lot of bruisers and mages. I do have the mage items here. We do go against a lot of bruisers in top lane, so just for you guys to know, 24's got insanely buffed. So people might start building this again. 200 less gold, 5 more AD, 5 more attack speed. The passive duration is now 2 seconds longer. No longer gives move speed on the mythic passive. Who cares? Divine Sunder, I'm not really sure what this means. If this is a buff or a nerf. I'm not going to comment on this. Just know that that Divine Sunder is going to get changed. Stride Breaker, 10 more AD, and this lasts for 1 second, for 1 more second. Gore Drinker got buffed. Hole Breaker got buffed, in my opinion. Yeah, just going really fast through these because these are not really kill changes, but just in case you guys want to know them, because they do sort of affect kill. Force of Nature got gutted. Like, completely gutted. I don't think people will be stacking this item, buying this item every single game anymore. This is such a huge nerf, which is good for AP kill. Also on hit kill, because you gave them stacks, and, well, if you're going AP, I mean on hit, you're going to give them stacks even higher because of the even faster because of the higher attack speed, right? And mage items, buff for kill. Death Cap now gives 5% more AP. And Lost Chapter, I'm not sure what Riot's thinking. Lost Chapter is a really strong item. This might mean that Lost Chapter will be the best item in the game. this might mean that last chapter is going to be the best item in the game. 200 less gold from already a very strong item. Yeah. Notice that I didn't add all the tank item changes. Only this one, because it was the most important one for me. And I didn't add the support item changes because I don't think they affect kill. Okay, so the other changes. These are also really important for kill. Minions on the side lanes are going to go a little bit faster. That doesn't really affect her that much unless that messes up with freezes and stuff. We're not going to know till we actually test it out, so ignore this one. Minions that have targeted an enemy tower will ignore call for help signals to target enemy champs. This is super, super good for kill. How many times are you under your tower and the enemy just ignores you and just starts hitting hitting your tower for free? And you can't really attack them because if you do, all of their enemy minions will target you and you'll get chunked for like 300 HP. Even if you're under tower. This will prevent that because the minions are no longer going to target you, but instead they'll just focus the tower. This is super good, super good for kill. Unleash teleport is gonna go down to 10 minutes, which is bad for kill. Kill doesn't really like people roaming towards bot lane because she can't really do it. This is literally you opening up possibilities for other top laners, right? But not for yourself. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, as I was saying, Unleash Teleport is not a great change for Kayle, especially since the plate resistances are gonna be getting buffed. So before, when you could have teleported, when there was this whole teleport meta into the bot lane, yeah, the Camille, if you're going against the Camille, she'll get like 1 or 2 kills, but at least you get like 1 or 2 plates for that. But now it's going to be a little bit harder for that, for you to actually get those plates, which is not great for kill. Home guards doesn't really affect kill. Fountain doesn't really affect kill. Blast Cone actually affects kill. Blast Cone initial spawn is now 9 minutes instead of 5 minutes, which means that it's going to be harder to gank top laners and bot laners, which is probably good for kill, most likely because she doesn't have escapes or anything. Well, the enemy laner might have it, so yeah, most likely this is going to be a buff for kill. The rest is like, this is a buff, this is a nerf, this is a nerf, and this is a buff. So yeah. So these are the items that might actually, like some of the item sets that might actually get into the game. These are just theory crafted by me in like the last 20 minutes after reading all the item changes. But bear in mind, we might not even change our current builds. Like, we might still go for Nashor's Tooth, Riftmaker, Death Cap, especially since Death Cap got buffed. We might still go for that. These are just some builds that I think might do really, really good with kill. So yeah, there's 2 of them. I'm just going to go for the first one. Any attack speed on hit item. First item, GUINSOO'S second. Third, maybe Lord Dom's. And fourth, just go like full other attack speed on hit items that might help you, like situational. This means that you're going to be really squishy, but it doesn't, like, again, it doesn't really matter that much because you're going to have 1 to 2.5 more hits because of your ulti for free. Plus, on hit, it's going to be so much stronger with GUINSOO'S, right? So you're going to be a lot squishier, but you're going to be melting people. And the second one is just going like AP Bruiser-ish. Going like Nashor's Tooth or Wit's End, depending on what you need, into GUINSOO'S. And then Wit's End, Nashor's Tooth if you build Wit's End as a first item. Nashor's Tooth, or if you build Nashor's Tooth GUINSOO'S, just go like full AP with a lot of HP. And you're going to be really, really tanky, really hard to kill. You're going to be bringing a lot of utility with like this melting and this slowing people. And you're going to be doing a lot of damage because just these two items or these two items are going to be melting people because of the amount of attack speed on hit you're going to be doing. And you can even like finish this with like a death cap or something. Obviously, I didn't add boots here because most likely Zerker boots, but yeah. And yeah, those are going to be the changes for Kayle. The changes for Kayle, the item changes, the other changes that are going to affect her, and some of the item sets I think that might be meta on her. But again, very important for me to stress out. We might not change builds. We might still go for the traditional builds. And maybe we find some builds that are like really, really broken, like that I'm not mentioning here, right? Maybe Runan Hurricane is super. Actually, I didn't add Runan Hurricane. Maybe Runan Hurricane is super strong. Maybe we can go like Kraken this and like Runan or something like that, and we would just melt people AoE. We're going to be having a lot of fun testing builds, and seems like a good time to be playing Kayle. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about these changes. Let me know what builds you think might come into play. And yeah, as always, have a great day.